welcome to the 250th episode of Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Angelica.
250, can you believe it?
I cannot, honestly. That's so many episodes, and I feel like at this point I have forgotten more about K-pop than I ever knew. Like yeah, it's hard to believe. I started our 8th volume of our Google Doc with all of our research. So I figured 250 was a good place to stop.
Yeah, totally. But thanks to everybody who's been here for all 250 episodes and anyone who's just tuning in now.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're going to celebrate today by doing a little song battle. And our title this week is Stay With Me. Which
appropriately.
Yeah, right? Because you guys have stayed with us through all of these episodes, and we hope you stay for more. But the way that song battles work, if you've never listened to one of these episodes, is we will take 10 songs that have the exact same title, and then along with our seasoned fan tier Patreon patrons, we rank the songs and then combine everybody's rankings for an average score.
Yes. So we rank them from 1 to 10 and give them a descending number of points. So your first choice pick gets 10 points. Your last choice pick gets only 1 point. So that's just an easy way for us to figure out the definitive rankings once we started throwing in the patrons as a third vote. And just as a note, these are not the only 10 K-pop songs that are titled Stay With Me. These are just a sampling. So there are more.
Yeah.
And apologies if your favorite didn't make the list. But we try to keep it to just 10.
Yeah. So the 10 that we are looking at today in alphabetical order by group are Stay With Me by 2PM, AB6, Iris, J Park, Romeo, SF9, Super Junior, Taeyong featuring G-Dragon, Victon, and finally Wiki Miki.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into it.
Yes.
And starting our 10th place, Stay With Me, goes to Super Junior.
Baby, just stay with me. Stay. Baby, just stay for me. Stay for me. 너를 본 순간
So this Stay With Me came out on October 14th, 2019 and was on Super Junior's 9th album, Time Slip. This song was written by Lamon and Trippy with lyrics by Seize the Day. And the song itself has like a synthy kind of organ loop that just like goes the whole time, and a lot of like repeated like chanted vocals. Like stay. Like stay for me. They do a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And lyrically, this one, they say, I'm falling in love from the moment I saw you. And it's generally an I like you the way you are and I want you this way forever kind of song.
Yeah.
And there's no visuals to judge for this song because this was like a deep B-side from their 9th album where they barely promoted the title track.
Yeah.
So
I think that there's concert footage somewhere, but I didn't include it in the playlist. And yeah, I enjoyed this song because like my notes literally say like call me a sucker, but I fucking love K-pop that sounds like this.
Yeah.
And I called it the 2PM effect.
Right.
Because this to me feels like it's like fun in that same cheesy way that 2PM is.
Yeah.
And there were actually a couple songs that I labeled as like the
there
2PM
is a
effect.
2PM in this entire list. I totally agree.
So that was our 10th place all together. And I guess at the end we can kind of discuss like how we ranked them ourselves and how it compared or whatever. But this is the official ranking. So coming in 9th place is Stay With Me by Taeyong featuring G-Dragon.
그대도 나와 같은 슬픈 표정을 하고 있었잖아. Won't you stay with me?
This song came out on June 3rd, 2014 on Taeyong's 2nd album, which was called Rise. The music and lyrics are by G-Dragon and the Flip Tones, and it starts out with that like super classic Taeyong opening of like a piano and then like an ooh or whatever. And it's mostly just like it gets like more epic as the song goes on. It builds up. But it's basically a G-Dragon song.
Yeah,
because
he does the majority of it.
He like the first like 40 seconds of the song are entirely G-Dragon, and then Taeyong sings a short chorus, and then it's back to G-Dragon again. Like it really feels a little bit flipped. But the lyrics are super specific about a relationship that's either on the rocks or never even really got started. The lyrics say, "Your lips don't agree, but your eyes tell me you want me. Won't you stay with me? Come to me." And the visual that I included in the playlist is a music show stage from Inkigayo, and G-Dragon is wearing one of the wildest outfits. He has like a leopard scarf underneath a hat, so it's like really long hair, and he has like a different pattern like bandana, and he's just really extra in this stage. I don't know what it is, but he was like having a great time. And then, of course, Taeyong is there, but he looks like very normal in comparison. He's wearing like a white t-shirt and jeans and like a cool jacket, and that's it. That's the stage. But yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah, I thought all things considered and all the history and all the things they've ever worn, like,
no,
it's pretty
tame.
good.
It's pretty tame. It's pretty tame. But I did really get a kick out of G-Dragon is just like bopping around on stage the whole time, and everyone's because there's a lot of like oh, and then G-Dragon just goes ow. It's so silly. It's really silly.
All right, moving on to 8th place, we have Stay With Me by 2PM. This Stay With Me came out on November 30th, 2011 on 2PM's first Japanese album, Republic of 2PM. It was written by Tommy Park with lyrics by Komu, and the song is like so 2011 2PM era.
Yes.
Like all the synth sounds, the beat, the electric guitar loop, and there's so many like repeated vocals of like it's like got a lot of those in it. And I feel like a club ballad is the best way to describe this song.
Yeah, totally.
Because the vocals are like very ballady, but like the beat
song is
is
so like yeah.
And yeah, this is a technicality because it is a Japanese release. But
Yeah, honestly, my bad. I didn't realize when I put this song on there that it was Japanese, and then I was listening to it and I was like, that's not Korean. So, oops, but whatever. I love 2PM, so it still made the cut.
Yeah, totally. The lyrics say like "Stay with me for eternity," and it's my dream to make you happy. And Chansung also, or no, Taecyeon says "feel like making love" in English.
And then he says
says
something about his ego. I didn't write it down, but it made me giggle.
And for visuals to look at this one, we had a concert video from 2016 where the group is all wearing like different, very colorful, open button-down shirts.
I thought they were tie-dye at first, but they're like printed all different, super rainbow colors.
And they have like white t-shirts and gold pants.
They're like gold foil. They're so silly.
And they have like white tennis shoes on. And then in this part of the stage, Taecyeon and Chansung are on like fire truck ladder cherry pickers, like sweeping over the crowd. Like it's the most intense cart moment I've ever seen in a concert because they are so high in the sky. And then the rest of the members are doing like a kind of kicky little dance with the dancers
with like a whole
on the
bunch
stage.
of backup dancers. Yeah. It's the Tokyo Dome, so it's like really grand scale. But yeah, I love this. I thought that it was dated in that perfect 2PM way, and ultimately like very cheesy, but I love it.
But good.
Like, and cheesy in that perfect 2PM way. But I
Right.
was like, yeah, this is good. And the harmonies are so good.
Yeah.
in it. Like, and all the little like oohs in them. It's just so good. Oh,
Yeah.
I love 2PM.
For sure. For sure.
In 7th place is Stay With Me by SF9.
Oh, stay with me. 내 곁에 있어줘요. Oh, stay.
This song was released on January 9th, 2023 off of SF9's 12th EP, The Peace of Nine. It was written by Jung Jin-wook, Slyberry, and member Jae-yoon, with lyrics by Jae-yoon as well, because it's actually a solo of his and was his, like, goodbye, I'm going to the military song. So musically, it's just a really beautiful acoustic guitar and a piano, simple ballad, and the nice moments where he, like, harmonizes with himself later on. To me, it had really, like, Disney princess vibes. Like, this is the moment where, like, you know, they have to sing like an emotional, like, where do I go next kind of like vibe.
To me, it felt like an absolutely like perfect textbook OST song. Like, especially the way that the chorus comes in, like, feels like that, like, for the romantic moments in the K-drama.
Totally. The lyrics say, no matter what comes, stay with me. I will protect you and our memories. And for the visual, we have a concert fan cam where Jae-yoon is just sitting on a box at the concert, like all in white with his hair in white too. And his vocals are really nice. Like, he's definitely, like, the whole time as I was listening to the recorded version, I was like, ooh, yes, solid all the way through. And the live version, he sings it really well as well. But yeah, so that was our seventh place.
All right, moving into 6th place, we have Stay With Me by Romeo.
Stay, stay with me. 갈수록 겁이 나. Stay with me. 네가 떠날까 봐.
This version of Stay With Me was released on May 4th, 2017 on Romeo's 6th EP, One Fine Day, and the music and lyrics are by Alive Nation. And this song has like a New Jack swingy beat with like a very funky bendy noise in the chorus, and again, a lot of like echoing vocals and like some harmony moments, and like, I don't know, I thought that it felt pretty dated.
I also thought it felt dated. I called this one a 2 p.m. effect as well, because I really thought that it felt that way. And also that little like toon, 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 made me think of the Rickroll beat. And to me, it was very like 80s synth. But yeah, the song, it's fun, but it does feel dated.
The lyrics itself made it like, my scanning of it thought it was like a fan song about wanting to be a star. And the chorus says, I wanted to buy an expensive car and to make you smile, but reality is different. And I was just like, oof. And I saw that this was the last thing that they ever released. They did like 2 more OSTs a year later, but this is like the end of Romeo. And the song is being like, I wanted to be famous and be a star for you, and I'm not. So stay with me though.
Ouch. Bummer.
Yeah.
Bummer.
The music video starts with all of the members wearing like very boyfriend looks and like holding flowers and doing bubbles like out in the street. And then it transitions into like footage from a trip to Japan,
where they went to like a fan
and then
sign?
there's fan sign footage. So like it definitely has that fan song vibe about it. But like the lyrics bummed me out.
Oh, the lyrics are such a bummer now that I know what they are. But yeah, the music video itself is so cheerful, but also the fan sign feels like a weird like twist in it, because it like starts out them being so boyfriend around town, like so cute, like piggyback rides, bubbles and balloons or whatever, and then like all of a sudden we're in like a behind the scenes.
Then it was like reality.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
I was like, wait, what's happening here? So it's kind of a surprise. But yeah, Romeo. Oh, the only other note I had was that this was the only song where I felt like they were really towing the line with actually saying stay with me, because they swallow the with so hard that the main line of the chorus just sounds like they're saying stay with me.
Oh,
like,
yes,
I
totally know what you're saying. Yeah.
It's so fun. I almost gave them less points because I was like, you're not even saying the phrase, but I didn't. All right, 5th place, Stay With Me by Wiki Miki.
Oh, stay with me. Oh, yeah, oh, stay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stay with me. Oh, yeah, oh, stay with me.
This song came out August 8th, 2017, off of their debut EP, Wimi. It was written by Code 9 and So Jeom, with lyrics by Code 9 and member Chae Yu-jung. Musically, the song is like pretty tropical house with like swooshy, like that sort of like H&M beat, like drippy synth. So it's like, I felt like it was kind of toned down tropical house, like, because the pipe sound almost is like, it's not really a pipe, but it's meant to like sound like a pipe or whatever. It was like, we're kind of implying that tropical feel, but we're laid back about it. Like,
yes.
you know?
Yeah. And all of the instruments are like fake.
Yes.
So it doesn't have any of that. So it's got that kind of like electronic, twinkly girl. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got a real Wiki Mickey vibe.
It does.
2017. Really 2017 vibe, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Absolutely. It's very of the time. The lyrics of it are a love confession, come 12 steps closer and stay with me. And the visual that we included in the playlist is from their debut showcase. So they have on their little cute girl crush, like I don't like your girlfriend outfits that they're wearing on the cover of the EP. And the choreo is great because Wiki Miki is great.
Yeah.
I love them. And I loved this EP so much.
yeah. This brought back a lot of memories of listening to this album way back when.
This song takes me back. I'm going to talk about it more later.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
All right. 4th place, we have Stay With Me by Victon.
With an asterisk.
뒤돌지 마 아직 아닌데 이러지 마 찾고 싶은데
So this song came out on November 9th, 2017 on Victon's 4th mini album called From Victon. And it was written by Super Changdai, Lavin, and Vanta Black with lyrics by Han Sung-woo and Victon member Hanse.
Han Sung-woo is also a Victon member.
Oh, okay. So right. That's why I put it in the quotes. They're both Victon members. They wrote the lyrics.
That's the one that I know.
And this song is just like a very joyful, like bendy acoustic guitar moment with like some pretty little harmony fills, and like the piano and drums come in later, and then there's like some random laser sounds like at points. And the lyrics to this one are like about trying to hold on to a relationship that's ending. They say, "Don't turn around. It's not time yet. Don't do this. I want to hold on to you." Because this one, its Korean title is actually Twildujima, which means don't turn around.
Are you sure that that's the Korean title of this version?
I am
Okay,
sure.
good. Because here's where I come in with my asterisk. Because the visual that we put for Victon Stay With Me in the playlist is for a Victon song called Stay With Me. But this version was released off of their 3rd EP, Identity, from August of 2017, just a few months before the acoustic one that we just played. It's a very different sounding song. The choreo is very groovy, but it's not the one that we judged. So my bad.
Not your fault. I also, the first time, even though I was only listening to this version, the first time I looked at lyrics, I looked at the lyrics to the other one.
I was like, I wonder if Shannon, which version
I had to go
Shannon
check.
found the lyrics for. I was thinking that too. Yeah, I honestly, I was like, Victon, that shouldn't be allowed.
It's like it's
one
like
right after the other, and they're both B-sides. Like, that's
It's like,
can't
what
do that.
year was it? Was it 22 or 21 when Monsta X released a Secrets and a Secrets on 2 different albums
And the
within
first
months
one-
of each other?
And the first one was Tell Me All Your Secrets, and the second one was Don't Tell Me Any of Your Secrets. I don't want to hear them anymore. I wonder if that's true of this, of like, when they correlate, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Victon.
4th place. In 3rd place is Stay With Me by Jay Park, the tallest member of 2PM.
I'll never live that down.
Never live it down. I think of it
220 episodes later.
I still, every time Jay Park comes up, I think about it.
시간이 멈춰버린 my baby 100년이 지나도 약속해 Please love me the same, the same, the same
This song was released October 20th, 2016, off of his fourth album, Everything You Wanted. And the music and lyrics are by Jay Park and Woogie. Musically, this is a really simple, like R&B croon jam, like simple drum beat, super echoey electric guitar and vocals, and it's very simple. The lyrics talk about how the love will remain even after the popularity and the money are all gone. Please love me the same every day. And for visuals, this does have a music video, but it's just a black and white, like Jay Park standing with a microphone, like wearing a button down and like tailored pants. And he's just like, at first, it just kind of shows like the guitarist, and then eventually like it pans back and he has the full live band behind him. And it's actually a very slick like music video. I think it's like smooth as fuck, and it's like kind of broody or whatever. But this song, my notes are so like begrudging.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it started, when I was just listening through them all, I was like, and I made the playlist, so I should have remembered like who I put on it. But this song started and I was like, I know this whiny ass voice. Who is this? And then like the whole time I was just like, this song makes me move.
Yeah.
But like, God damn it, Jay Park.
Yeah, no, I had the exact same feeling, because I feel like the last time we had a Jay Park song on a song battle, it was like undisputably at the bottom. Everyone hated it. But this one was really popular amongst the patrons and me. And I was like, you know what? It's really good. Jay Park might be a shitty person, but he can fucking sing. So
I know, and like, this song is really sexy and like, blah.
And I also like gave him a lot of credit for like in the music video, like being dressed so nicely and covering most of his shitty tattoos. And like, I don't know, he like seems to be presenting a very different vibe.
He does
for the
look
whole
super,
thing.
he looks very expensive.
Yes.
Like very expensive. But I do always laugh when because he has his like sleeves rolled up, and he has, on one of his arms, he has like a full sleeve, but the other one, his forearm doesn't have any tattoos, but he has an enormous hand tattoo. And I've heard from tattoo artists that it's like a big pet peeve of them when people get hand tattoos or neck tattoos without first covering the rest. And so every time I see him, I'm just like,
And he's got that huge spider web on his neck.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I just like to, shit on Jay Park.
It's fine. He deserves it.
He's still third place, so whatever. Joke's on all of us.
All right, moving into second place, we have Stay With Me by Iris. So this version of Stay With Me was released on November 24th, 2022 as a single, and it was written by The Aristocrats, Chick Bell, Hilo, and Aaron Kim, with lyrics by Sooyoon and Taesung Kim. And The Aristocrats and Chick Bell they wrote Don't Call Me and like a bunch of songs. Like if those
it's a
names
very different
sound
vibe from Don't Call Me.
sound familiar. The lyrics to this version of the song has like snap percussion and a very like rumbly thick bass with electric guitar and a super like sharp percussion and a little bit of strings that come in the second verse. And the lyrics say, "Baby, tell me, stay with me. I already told you I'm in this for you." So in this one, they are asking someone to say to them, stay with
Ask
me.
to stay.
And the visuals of the performance version that we put in the playlist is like a still shot in front of like the outside of a diner with the big neon sign. And they're all wearing pretty super mismatched outfits.
They're so wild.
Like
The
one is
outfits are
in
so
like
bananas.
denim chaps, cowboy agenda. One is kind of go-go girl. One looks kind of punky. They're all wearing huge shoes,
enormous,
like giant shoes, and one of the girls has one of those plastic rainbow fringe jackets that are very popular, and I love it. And the choreo's pretty kicky and fun, but mostly pretty simple.
It does have a really cute because there's just 4 of them, so they do like, I think it's in the chorus where they do a little like they hold hands and like turn each other around, and then they do a little like high five like hand clappy thing. It's the partner work, and it is cute.
It's cute. But what's interesting about this is that when Iris debuted, they originally released a version of Stay With Me that's pretty different. So that version is like way more lo-fi hip hop beats to study to, like just the trap drum and it's way more simple and stripped down. And the music video has them kind of being like indie influencer vloggers in like what I assume is like Thailand or Fiji or like somewhere jungly, and it's just like they don't dance, and it's just one of those like
a
vibe
vacation, like road trip kind of music videos. Yeah, I was really surprised when I started listening to, or when I watched the performance video, because I have this EP.
Me too.
The debut EP.
I loved
that
it.
had the original version. Yeah, and I really liked this song. And so then the new version came out and I was like, wait, what? But they're not like super different. I feel like the differences are subtle enough that by the end of the like re-released version, I felt like I couldn't
remember
the
why they were different.
Yeah, exactly. Because they both still have the same energy.
Yeah.
I think they're both very laid back, even though the performance version when they re-released is more like, it's like more elevated.
It's a little more poppy, more produced.
Yeah, it's a little
it has
bit
more going
slick
on.
and K-poppy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I honestly prefer the original stripped down version, but that might just be because that's what I'm used to, because I listened to it longer and I didn't know that they had like redone it and re-released it.
And I feel like at this point they've like melded into one in my brain. Yeah. I can no longer tell them apart.
Sure.
They're like twins.
Yeah.
So that brings us to our first place, Stay With Me by AB6. This song was released September 27th, 2021 off of AB6's second album, Mo Complete. And the music and lyrics are by Owo and Seer. I don't know if I said that right. It's Ouow.
Yeah,
so however you would say that they wrote this song. Musically, it has a lot of like funky guitar riffs, some crunchy bass percussion, like very cool vocal samples. And you wrote that drum beat that feels like freedom.
I don't know how else to describe it. There's like songs that just like you put them on and you suddenly feel like you're in a convertible.
Yeah.
Flying
That, like,
down past the ocean. Like everything's okay.
Yeah. And it has like very gentle falsetto chorus vocals in it as well. This to me, it has that like drippy kind of like echoey synth vibe, and it's very like, this is K-pop, baby. Like it felt so modern and produced
And like
I was
put together really well.
Totally. The lyrics say, even if it's just a dream that dissipates like smoke, stay with me. And for visuals, we put in a concert video from last year where they're wearing like fancy school uniform looks with like Chanel jackets and like Letterman sweaters and things like that are all kind of like red and cream. And then the dancers are doing most of the choreography for it, but the choreography is very elaborate. Like it starts out with a lift and has a lot of like members like disappearing and reappearing behind the dancers. But yeah, the whole time that I listened to this song, I kept thinking like, do I already know this song, or is it just so
On the
K-pop
nose. Yeah.
that I feel like I know it, but I like knew where the hand claps would go.
Right?
Like that kind of thing. I was like, oh yeah, like how familiar is this song to me? I couldn't tell. I really don't know if I already knew it. But it was by quite a bit
Everybody's favorite.
The number one pick.
Yeah, totally. So that is the ranking of everybody.
Yes.
And I guess if we want to elaborate on our own personal choices or anything like that.
Yeah. Oh, you put yours in order.
The other order.
I put mine in the other
In
way.
the other
That's
order.
okay.
I feel like I'll just start by saying like I feel bad that like Romeo is in 5th or wherever it ended up, because I think, or 6th, because I think that's my fault, because I was the only person that didn't really like that song.
I only gave them 3 points. I didn't put them up very high. I had initially put them up a little bit higher, but then because I was like, well, that song and the Super Junior song, I thought I labeled them both 2 p.m. songs, so I can't rank them below 2 p.m.
Right.
So I had like moved it down a little.
Yeah,
but to me it was very middle of the road.
Yeah, I think my like problem with it, I guess, was like, I don't know, it had the elements, like the New Jack B was like fun, and like it had like the elements of a song, but there was just something about it that felt kind of like lacking to me. And the datedness, I feel like sometimes when it comes to like dated K-pop, like if I wasn't listening to it then, like if I don't have nostalgia from back when, like an old song has to be really good to like get my attention. And this one just felt like it was so like almost there that I ended up putting it in last place.
Well, maybe that was the problem Romeo ran into.
Yeah, maybe.
They were always
just lacking a little bit, which is what they said in the lyrics. Oh no.
Bummer. Yeah, I put the Taeyong song last because it was basically a G-Dragon song.
Yeah.
And in that sense, I was like, well, it's the song I would listen to the least, like of all of these. If I, was putting a playlist together, I probably wouldn't include that one because it's mostly rap.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I have the Taeyong in like 7th or 8th place because I liked the chorus that he sings. I enjoyed that part enough that I like
lovely.
bumped it up a little bit. Yeah. What else is worth discussing?
Well, let's see. I put Jay Park like right in the middle because I was like annoyed at him and then for making me like the song. And then I put 2 p.m. like right underneath him, and then Super Junior and like the 2 p.m.-esque ones after them. And I almost put the 2 p.m. one higher, but then I was like, I'm just putting it up high because I really love 2 p.m. Like this is my bias.
Yeah.
Like, coming through. So
I feel
like,
the
pulled
same.
it back a little.
Because I feel like, in all honesty, I probably would have put the 2 p.m. one like really low, but I have it like straight in the middle just because I was like, well, I can't put 2 p.m. last.
Yes. Yeah.
That would feel terrible.
Exactly. But the dated aspect of it did make me be like, well, I gotta conceal, like, it's a cheesy song. Like,
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, I feel like the biggest differences for me are that I ranked Iris and Wiki Miki as my top 2. Wiki Miki I put as my number 1 because I had to vote with my heart. That's literally what my notes say, is that like, I know this song isn't the best one, but it's my personal, like, I'm so attached to this EP and so attached to Wiki Miki that I can't not give it all 10 points. I was like, take them all, take them. Because I love Wiki Miki, and I was like, yes, this is kind of a standard like summer K-pop girl group song, but God damn it, I love Wiki Miki, so take the points.
Yeah. That's good, because I definitely did not put them very high at all.
I
Because
know.
of all of the songs on that EP, I wouldn't put this one in the top. And I was just like, meh, I don't know. It's fine. Like, I love them and I want to give it higher because I love Wiki Miki, but like, this song was not the song for me personally.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But we both put Iris as number 9 and Victon as number 8 as
I
well.
really liked that Victon song.
I really like that song too. It's so pretty. It's so nice.
It was really pretty. And I feel like one of the places that I also really skewed away from what the patrons did. The patrons hated the SF9 song. The like SF9 solo is like ranked really low in the
I
patron
wonder
scores.
if people ranked that low because it's a solo and they were like, and it's a ballad. So they were like,
it's
well,
boring.
this is like, yeah, or almost like, because at first I thought about ranking it lower on the technicality, the same, because originally I was like, I should put 2 p.m. at the bottom because they're technically a Japanese song.
I was gonna do that too.
I was
Be
gonna
like,
do
it
it,
doesn't
and then
count.
and then I was like, well, then maybe I should put the SF9 song low because it's like technically just a solo and like it doesn't have all the song or all the members. But I think that song is beautiful.
I thought it was so beautiful. And like, again, it gives me such OST vibes that I was thinking the whole time that like, if this was the song in a drama that I liked, it would become one of those like forever loved songs because it just has all of the elements of a beautiful OST song.
I agree.
But I thought it was interesting that like so many of the songs had like really pretty harmony moments in them. Like almost like a cappella style. Like they're not a cappella because there's like music happening, but the like fact that the harmonies were like 3-4 parts, like it all like they all just felt very like round.
Yeah.
And it's always interesting to see the patterns when we do a song battle. Like they all share a title, but like what else do they share?
And none of these felt like real outliers in the sense of like, I mean, like the J Park song is like, oh, none of the other ones sound like that. And like the SF9 song, like, oh, none of them are really like sad ballads like that. But sometimes we get a song battle where like one of them is just like horrible. Like it's just like unpalatable to the worst degree. And I didn't feel that way about any of these songs really, like where I was like, no, I would never listen to this song ever. Like they all had something nice. They all had something redeeming about them, even if there were other things I didn't like.
Yeah.
So yeah, a pleasant stay with me battle for you to stay with us for the next however many episodes we continue to make.
Yeah, totally. And as always, there's a playlist on Spotify of all of these songs and a playlist on YouTube with the visuals that we mentioned if you want to check those out. And with that, we'll be right back with a random game. All right, we are back. And this week, the random number generator gave us a soloist from Oh My Girl, Yua.
Yes, birth name Yoo Yeonju. She first debuted as a member of the girl group Oh My Girl under WM Entertainment, but made her solo debut with an EP called Bon Voyage on September 7th, 2020. And we have talked about this music video before. We talked about this solo debut at least once, if not more than once, because since it came out 2020, I think it might have been included in our dastardly quarterly reports. But that's such a terrible blur that I'm not entirely
I don't even
sure.
remember it anymore.
But she did release a follow-up EP called Selfish on November 14th, 2022. So that was her last solo debut or solo release, I believe.
She was also on Idol Drama Operation Team, which was a show that I enjoyed very much, where they got a bunch of girl idols to make a drama about being girl idols. I thought it was really fun.
Yeah, so she's technically also a member of Girls Next Door, which is the group that came out of that.
Right. And I feel like, I can't remember who, but I feel like last time we cast a book, I had put her out as like somebody. I don't remember who, but I remember she was in the consideration for one of our fake Netflix casts.
I love it.
Because she has a very distinctive, like, baby doll face.
It must have been for Idol Gossip.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But her most popular music video is still her debut, Bon Voyage, by just a couple million views. Her most recent one has almost caught up to it. So,
But this one did get her a music show win.
So if you want to watch Bon Voyage with us, you can go ahead and pull it up and just press play when I say go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, red convertible driving through the forest.
Oh, suddenly.
Oh, shit.
She drove through like clouds and everything went black and white for a second.
Oh no, the car won't start.
It's mystical.
Ooh,
she looks
nice
very
little
cool.
Heels. Scarf moment.
Yeah, like a kind of 70s vibe with like chunky boots and
Whoa. There's like a 40-foot wolf in the street. It's so big.
she has like a red hair, freckles look. And now she's running wild and free through the forest. Okay. She's got like white lines painted on her cheeks and on her chin. Sometimes she's wearing like a flower,
Like
antler
crown.
And she has a lot of like shell jewelry and like turquoise jewelry. And it's kind of towing the line of problematically tribal looking.
Yes. The Korean title of this song is Forest Child.
So she's definitely supposed to be like a mystical nymph or
Yes.
something.
forest,
sort of like
fairy.
a Neverland kind of
Yeah. Lost girl
sort of thing.
I'm just hanging on that
Yep.
tree. Oh, now we're
Now
on
we're
the
at the
beach.
beach. This feels more like siren-y.
Oh, butterflies.
Well, there's a little choreo. Oh, I don't know if it's choreo. She's just like doing
flowy arms
dancey
and
arms.
spinning.
Yeah. Okay. This does make it feel like it should be in the Moana soundtrack.
Yeah, totally. So many like zoomy drone shots right
Oh
now.
yeah, this like whole thing is
flowing
filmed
over
by a
her.
drone.
Oh, she's controlling the butterflies with her dancing.
Oh, now she's like in a cave? Yeah.
Oh, she has
she's in a cave.
wings.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, they like dusted away, but she's like getting in touch with her fairiness.
Oh, different
Now she's a little
hairdo.
Tinkerbell hair, little black Tinkerbell haircut.
Whoa. That was weird.
Yeah, that's gotta be a wig.
Yeah. It looks cute though.
Okay, now it's dark.
Okay, now we have black lines on our face.
And
our
a bunch of
hair's
stuff on our
totally in
hands now.
braids. Oh. Yes, a lot of this fashion's very side-eye. Can't fully sign off on it. These gladiator sandals are also kind of making me laugh.
Yeah.
And the black wig just feels like such an odd choice in only this one segment.
And just that one moment. Oh, they're doing one of those cool things where she's doing the choreo in the nighttime and in the daytime, and they're doing the cuts where, like, as she turns, it turns into the other
Yeah.
version. Now we got bubbles
From the
bubbles
sea.
flying around. Waving to the drone. Oh,
Oh,
she's
flying into the air. Oh, she just turned into birds. Oh, Stroby. Back in the street.
a little
It was
cheeky
it was a
smile.
vision.
It just was a vision.
'Twas but a vision.
Wow. All right. That's you
You
are. All right. Weekly recommendation time.
Oh my gosh, I actually have
Oh
one.
boy,
and
how
it's
exciting.
So timely. And it is Espa.
All right.
I am actually really enjoying this newest comeback, and specifically I would like to recommend the B-side that they're promoting on the music shows right now, which is called Thirsty. It is a very, very different vibe for Espa. Like their title track Spicy, and then they're promoting two B-sides, Salty and Sweet and Thirsty. And I think they're doing Salty and Sweet like more often because it, goes with spicy, the flavors, etc.
Sure. Flavors.
Yeah, exactly. And I do like Salty and Sweet. I think it's fun, and it's like sort of a like slicker Espa, like more melodic and less Frankenstein-y. But Thirsty is a super SM, like classic girl group, groovy, like let's let these girls actually sing song. And it has really like fun, smooth, like sexy and cute choreography that I think gives the girls an opportunity to like have a different vibe on stage. And this energy, to me, I think they're pulling it off really well, and pulling it off in a way that I sometimes didn't really like buy into in some of the other things. Like they do a lot of they've always done really tough concepts until now. And so like this one in Thirsty, where they get to like smile and flirt with the camera and like have a little bit more visible fun on stage. To me, it's like, oh, I'm finally seeing their personalities on the stage instead of this like cold blank face where they try to be serious the whole time. But yeah, I was just like, the first time I heard it, I was so excited excited to like finally love something
Yeah.
of aespa, and be like, I can actually support this, and I'm enjoying it so much. And they've been looking great on all their stages. Their costumes have not been super bananas, and Karina's hair doesn't look so terrible. They are like making it work
Yeah.
with the blonde, even though I'm sure it's actually very short and it's all extensions.
Because
but
they fucking burned her goddamn hair
Ooh,
off.
that poor girl.
Ooh.
She looks like a totally different person when she wears it up, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they look great and I like it. Thirsty. aespa.
Great. I love that. Okay. I have a couple of things that I'd like to mention. First of all, I really do like the 17 song Fuck My Life. Like, it's really, really grown on me and I really like it. Like,
Great.
it's just lovely. And the message is so nice and weirdly timely. And like, thank you, 17, for that.
Yeah.
Also, we watched a couple of weeks ago, we watched a stage, like a debut stage of a girl called June. And I think she was from some kind of project group. I can't remember. I can look it up, but I won't.
Okay.
And we watched a stage of her like doing this little solo song and it was like cute and fine. But I saw the music video the other day and my boy Soin Gook is on the song and is in the music video, but he hasn't been on the stages. So it was like such a fun surprise to see him. He looks so fine in the music video. I love his voice so much. It was just really exciting to see him. So I like loved that. I also am really proud of our One Us for their Erase Me comeback. I think it's going great. I watched the dance practice last night and Lito, I swear to God, he put on like 10 more pounds of muscle since we saw him 2 months ago.
How did you even have time to
I don't
do that?
know. But his
That's
hair
why he
is-
always goes to the gym. That's
his
what he
hair
does
is
in every
so
city he goes to.
long.
I know he's not getting it cut. It looks so good.
It looks so good. I'm really into that. And then another song that I just wanted to mention, like, I don't even know if it's like my vibe of a song. Like, I don't know how many more times I'll listen to it, but I was just excited to see that it happened. So there's like a lady solo artist, like definitely more of like a hip hop kind of star named Davita.
Oh, yes, I've heard of her.
And she just put out a song called Ride For Me. And the feature is my boy Don. And the whole song is like in English and it's like very naughty and a lot of bad words and like pretty like sexual and like it's one of those kind of like songs. But I was just so proud of him to like see him in another music video and he has like blue hair and he's dancing and he like dances and I love watching him dance and I'm just so excited that he's at a new company that like understands his value and is like putting him in stuff because like
Put him to work.
that's what he should be doing. So I was just excited to see that. So that's called Ride For Me. And I think that's a catch up of like all the things that I've
Nice.
watched and wanted to shout out.
The only thing that just made me think of it, because Sierra has a song called Ride It, I think. But one thing I didn't expect on my 2023 bingo card, because I don't watch Coachella or keep up with it, is Jackson Wang and Sierra put out a song together. I don't remember what it's called now off the top of my head, but it exists. They filmed a music video together where they're actually in the same place. It's like a box video of them just dancing, and it starts out with Sierra. It's like a Sierra song that features Jackson Wang.
Yeah.
Because she starts it and is like doing her like grindy Sierra thing in her like baggy TLC pajamas, and then he comes out in like matching pajamas and like does his like Jackson Wang thing and very badly lip syncs throughout the entire music video because he doesn't care. He's just like vibing and he's having a great time, and he definitely makes Sierra almost laugh like multiple times. But by the end of it, I was like, fuck, I love you, Jackson. And he has a new song to continue his Magic Man storyline, which is called Cheetah. And at the very beginning of the music video, it has the same like creepy aesthetic of the Come Alive video where like the zombie like voodoo whatever, like demons like bringing people to life. But then, and at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, again, Jackson, like, have we exhausted this concept maybe? But then it kind of flips on itself and actually turns into like a very groovy song where like it's about a woman who's a cheater. And like one of the lines is like, she'll break your heart wearing someone else's t-shirt. And I love it.
That's a good
good line. And it's so specific that I'm like, ooh, who hurt you? But it's a very fun like music video that is kind of cheeky, and he's like having a little bit more, it's less serious than the last one where he was kind of like a demon, and now he's being like chased by demons instead, and it's a little more fun.
I saw a Jackson video on TikTok the other day that I had to immediately scroll away from because of such deep secondhand embarrassment. But he's touring out right now or whatever, and first of all, I like really don't like this look that he's going for in the moment, the like hair. the runny clown makeup and the scary white contacts, like don't love it. I like think it's pretty freaky. Like he's very good looking, he should not dress this way, but whatever. So that's what he's wearing on stage, and he put a chair out on the stage and pulled a girl out from the audience and then starts like Magic Mike dancing on her, and I had to scroll so fast. I was like, no. And the girl like keeps posting about it on TikTok like that it was the most important moment of her life. But like, oh my God, like Jackson, leave my skin. I can't. No.
Fucking Jackson.
So inappropriate.
Love you, Team Wang.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing when he named his company Team Wang.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
he did.
Jackson.
All right. That is it.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Sorry, I was just like thinking, and I was remembering, like, did I even say the name of my first recommendation song? I feel like I didn't.
What was it?
June Easy Breezy featuring So and Goop.
You did
I
not
feel like
say
I didn't
the
even
name.
say that.
You
So
didn't.
there you go. I like mentioned something and didn't even tell you what it is. So it was called Easy Breezy. There we go. There we go. All right, that is it for this week. If you would like to get in contact with us, we can be found at AMAKPopPod on all social media, AMAKPopPod@gmail.com for emails. Call us 181-AMAKPOP5 to send texts or voicemails. Google constantly threatens to turn the phone number off because it's not getting used very much, and I don't want them to take it away because I've said it in too many episodes.
Sure.
It would be terrible if we lost our phone
At this
number.
point, for posterity, we just got to keep it.
You can also send us mail to P.O. Box 26096, Los Angeles, California 90026. We have merch available at AskMeAboutKpop.com. We have concert bags and stickers and buttons and keychains and little stuff like that. Also, Patreon.com/AMAKPopPod if you want to participate in episodes like this song battle. I've also been like cleaning up the Patreon and like re-uploading like videos that were in weird quality or whatever. I'm trying to keep the Patreon real nice and clean for you. And I also just started a new recap series.
Woo-hoo.
I started watching a new drama. It aired a couple of months ago. It's called The Heavenly Idol, and it's about a magical healing priest from another world who body switches with an idol that's in a shitty failing group. And I fucking love it. It's so funny and it's so zany, and it's also like really serious and deals with like deep trauma while also being like so wacky, and I'm enjoying it so much. I'm doing 2 episodes at a time. So episode 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are out now.
Nice.
And other patrons have told me that they are not going to watch the show. They're just going to listen to me tell you about it. I do very thorough recaps. You don't have to watch.
Nice.
I will describe the show to you if you don't have a Viki Premium subscription.
That's usually how we do recaps. It's like, I will shot for shot tell you what is in here. You won't have to watch it.
You don't have to watch it. I'm going to tell you. So that's going on Patreon right now. And
Content warning for suicide. A lot of suicide in that
suicidal
show.
ideation in the first couple of episodes. It didn't come up in the next couple.
Okay, cool.
We'll see, but it
Might
definitely
reoccur.
it might reoccur. It definitely seems like a theme. The theme of the show is about taking mental illness seriously, because this idol, he can heal like physical wounds, but he like can't heal mental wounds. And the devil that he's fighting seems to revel in people's pain and like making people sad and miserable. So like that's the that's the conflict. But I love it.
Immortal conflict.
The immortal conflict.
And
So
then
if you
there's
want
other
to
mortal
conflicts.
as well.
Yes, there's a lot of really fun like heaven and beings and magic and also quirky K-pop joy. It's so good. I love it. So that's on Patreon. And also I will be, whenever Queendom Puzzle comes out, which I think is not till June, we'll be doing that on Patreon as well. And yeah, so that's there if you want to join it. Linktree/AMA K-pop will take you to the Spotify, the YouTube, the Discord if you want to join those places. And those are all the places that we can be found. Thank you again for listening to 250 plus because of all the bonuses. We're probably at like 270, but like so many episodes of this goddamn podcast.
Wow.
Thank you so much for being there for it. We love you all very, very much. We will be back next week with a really, hopefully, exciting, interesting interview that I hope you all will enjoy.
Very much looking forward to it. A little behind the scenes peek into
some
an
industry
aspect
talk.
of the K-pop industry.
Very fun.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And we'll see you then. Love you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Jonghyun, you're our inspiration.